You know that feeling, right? You're in your workshop, maybe sketching on a napkin or a scrap of wood, and then bam, that flash of inspiration hits. That perfect idea for a machine, a tool, something you just have to build. It's an amazing feeling, but it's always followed by that one big question. How do I actually make this? Well, in this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain and show you exactly how we bridge that gap, from a brilliant idea to a physical reality you can hold in your hands. This, right here, this is the core philosophy behind everything we do at Orion Machina. Guided by Orion, built by you. It's way more than just a slogan. It's really a partnership. We provide the precisely engineered foundation, the expert guidance, but that final act, the creation itself, that part belongs to you, the maker. And that brings us right back to the biggest challenge of all. You can see it perfectly in your mind's eye. You've even sketched it out. But turning that vision into a real, functional object that works exactly the way you imagined, that's the toughest part of any project. It's where, let's be honest, countless amazing ideas get stuck. So how do we make sure our designs are absolutely perfect before a single piece of metal ever reaches your workshop? Well, the secret is that we build everything in a digital workshop first. For us, that digital space is a really powerful piece of engineering software called SolidWorks. It's the essential tool that lets us translate imagination into a precise, buildable blueprint.
I mean, think about it. A simple drawing is one thing, but a real machine has to deal with tolerances, materials, forces, you name it. Every single bolt, every bracket, every moving part has to fit together perfectly. You can't just wing it when you're building something for real. So this level of precision planning, it isn't just a nice to have, it's absolutely crucial for success.
And this gives you a sense of the real complexity we're talking about. An Orion Machina product isn't just a handful of parts. It can be hundreds of individual components. SolidWorks is what lets us design, manage, and check every single one of them in a virtual space. It ensures that absolutely nothing is left to chance.
And here's where the magic really happens. We take all those hundreds of individual digital parts and we assemble the final machine right there on the computer. This lets us see exactly how everything interacts, how it moves, and how it functions as a whole, long before a single piece of metal is ever even cut.
But look, it's not just about planning perfectly. It's also about working smarter and faster. The whole goal is to spend more time innovating and less time on the boring, tedious stuff. So what really matters is how this software gives us, and by extension you, the tools to just dramatically speed up the entire design process.
This is honestly one of my favorite features. You can take a simple hand-drawn sketch, something you might scribble on a notepad in your garage, scan it in, and with just one click, the software turns those hand-drawn lines into a digital sketch. You can immediately start building a 3D model from it. It seriously feels like magic, and it's such a powerful way to get an idea off the page into the digital world in seconds.
Now, anyone who's ever had to create manufacturing blueprints knows what a huge time sink it can be. This feature is a total game changer. Once that 3D model is done, SolidWorks automatically generates all the 2D technical drawings you need, complete with all the right views and dimensions. This saves, and I'm not kidding, countless hours of tedious manual drafting. Okay, here's a detail that all you makers out there will really appreciate. When you're welding a frame, the way the corners meet is so critical, not just for strength, but for how it looks. This feature lets us design these incredibly precise and clean corner joints, making sure our welded structures are not only stronger, but they have that professional, finished look that we all strive for.
All right, so the design is complete. It looks great on the screen, but will it work? And maybe more importantly, will it last? This next step is one of the most critical, digital testing. This is how we save a ton of time, money, and materials by finding and fixing problems before they could ever happen in the real world.
Just think about that for a second. What if you could apply massive forces to your design, find its absolute weakest points, and even watch it fail, all without spending a single dime on materials or a single minute on assembly? That's the incredible power of simulation. We can break our products on the computer so that they never, ever break on you.
So how does this digital testing actually work? Well, here's a little peek behind the curtain. To test a part, the software converts the smooth digital model into a network of simple shapes, almost like a 3D puzzle. This is called a mesh. By analyzing how forces affect each tiny piece of this puzzle, it can accurately predict how the real-world object is going to behave under stress.
And the results are just incredibly accurate. This graph here shows the error percentage of a simulation compared to real-world testing. As you can see, with these new methods, the error is practically zero. This gives us enormous confidence that when we say a design is strong and reliable, we've got the digital proof to back it up.
So all of this deep engineering, this digital design and testing, it all comes back to one simple idea: bringing our promise to you to life.
And that brings us full circle. Guided by Orion isn't just a catchy phrase. It represents the hundreds of hours of design, simulation, and refinement that go into every single part we make. It's the professional engineering that guarantees your project is built on a solid, reliable foundation.
So what this all means is that the Orion Machina promise is delivered through these advanced tools. You're getting a professional-grade design, something that's engineered for absolute precision and digitally tested for proven reliability. And all of this is done for just one reason: to empower you, the maker, to build with total and complete confidence.
At the end of the day, all this technology, all this engineering, it exists to serve your creativity. It's all here to take that spark of an idea and give it a clear path to becoming a reality. So the only question left to ask is, what are you going to build next?